correspondent Tara Mergener is joining us now with more on the tribute at the Kennedy Center last night. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning, Jim and Hannah. Yeah, what a tribute it was. What really struck me is the sheer energy and the scale of this turnout, because even hours before the program started, the lines were wrapping around the Kennedy Center. Some people wearing all black, carrying flowers. Some were draped in the American flag, or they wore Make America Great Again t-shirts or hats. Inside, 2,600 plus people filled those seats. They sang Christian hymns as the ceremony began. As you mentioned earlier, 85 members of Congress were there, along with Trump administration officials and other dignitaries. This was a really rare scene, going beyond mourning to one that transformed last night one of Washington's most prestigious cultural hall into a powerful display of conservative solidarity. Now, all the speakers at this event were passionate about Kirk and his impact. Arizona State Senator Jake Hoffman emceed the event, and this is some of what he had to say.
Dedicated young people who are out there preparing to go to battle for truth, to stand up and double down and triple down in the face of their founder being slain by an assassin's bullet. We are all Charlie Kirk now, and let's join them in this fight. Let's carry the cause of freedom, and let's honor Charlie Kirk once and for all.
You know, Tara, it's absolutely understandable to have an emotional response to a violent loss like this. Now, the question is, I was thinking about 9/11, when the country came together after something so difficult. Were there any messages of unity saying, hey, can this be the moment that wakes us all up, no matter the affiliation, kind of a sobering moment of coming together? Was that addressed in any way?
I think it was addressed, definitely. I think most of the event was certainly focused around Charlie Kirk and his legacy and, certainly coming together. This was mostly, I would say, a message of conservative solidarity. There were a number of other events, vigils across the country, too. There were some issues at those where there were some disruptions at the memorials, but certainly that is the goal.
We know that House Speaker Mike Johnson spoke among other Trump officials. What were some of their specific messages to those who decided to turn out for that memorial?
Well, certainly. Well, as you said, senior administration officials, including White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she was there, and the Secretary of Health Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy. They led those tributes. Kennedy delivered a moving speech praising Kirk's courage, his conviction, and his impact on young conservatives. His emotional words paid tribute again to Kirk's legacy and influence, and it marked one of the most powerful moments of this memorial. Now, Leavitt praised Kirk as a tireless advocate for his faith, free speech, and conservative values on America's campuses, and framing the death not just as a loss for his family and friends, but for the entire conservative movement. Now, she also reinforced the theme that the vigil was as much about recommitting to his mission as it was about mourning his loss. And you mentioned House Speaker Mike Johnson. He drew one of the loudest ovations of the night and praised Kirk for contributing more to the free marketplace of ideas in the last 100 years and urged others to live with that same boldness.
Again, there's been such an emotional response to this. Do you know anything about the plans for the memorial that's coming up next week?
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to be on September 21st. That is a Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It is expected to draw tens of thousands, and it's going to reflect his national influence again among young conservatives. President Trump and other high-profile figures will be there, of course, and Vice President J.D. Vance already accompanied Kirk's casket from Utah, highlighting the event's political significance. Now, Turning Point USA is framing this memorial as building a legacy and remembering Charlie Kirk, emphasizing both, again, his life and his mission on campuses and in the broader conservative movement.
Tara Mergener, thanks for joining us from the nation's capital. We appreciate it.